If you would hear a love story, let me tell the famous tale of Zennor. It happened in those days that merry maids at the sea would rise at dusk and bask in gloaming light. On our beaches and coves they lounged, to fix their hair and gossip of underwater things, while land dwellers piously kept mass. Some such otherworldly bathers grew fond of Zennor, since on those rocks and at that hour, evensong could be heard from the parish, melodious and haunting as any alien sound could be. All the merry maids marvelled at the music, but one especially was bewitched. She discerned a bow voice among the others, and she listened for this tenor alone. Yes, she was in love. A perfect heathen lost to the hymnody, understanding nothing of the language and yet everything of the word. Then how she pined, pleading with her father to work his magic that she might visit the voice and put an end to this unbearable unknown. He said no 1,000 times, until at last she wept cut diamond tears, breaking his hard heart with the depth of her sorrow and driving him to cast a spell of transformation over the girl that would convey her into the dangerous world of men. He cursed himself for it too. Once on dry land, the merry maid found human legs where before she had her tail. The limbs failed her first attempts, but soon she was walking, and careful steps brought her ever closer to the source of her desire. Curious and frightening seemed the church to one whose people had never heard mention the name of Christ. Gathering courage enough to enter almost sent her home. But enter she did, and within the song was deafening. Immediately she saw, however, the boy who had so captured her. They have remembered him. Matthew Truella, Tinna's son, handsome and bright. Celebrated for his bellows, he sang in earnest, soaring high over the choir in devotional ardor, and bringing his gaze to rest on the lovely face of the stranger stood in the west end of the nave. Under human eyes her father's spell came undone, legs returning to fishtail with the sickening panic of the stranded. Then the people of Zennor turned to see what Matthew now gasped at, and blenched to behold the monster at the door. Mad with fright they clamoured, the flock, a mob ready to crucify. Matthew had seen things differently. At a glance, he had fallen in love with the maid, and in the midst of their hysteria, he slipped the crowd, taking the sea creature in his arms as a new bride. They gave chase, hunting the couple the long mile to the coast, arriving only to watch Zennor's son sink himself below the brine and disappear with the mermaid altogether. Some say Matthew's song can still be distantly heard on the waves of fair eventides.